One of the best ways to get the most out of your investment as it relates to food plots is to make sure you got the soil dialed in before you ever put seed on the dirt. And so out here at F5 Farm, what we do is we do soil samples. So on this little half-acre plot behind me, we did 4 samples, mixed them together, and we bring them over to our local ag co-op or farm co-op, and we just diagnose what's in the soil, what the soil actually needs to be as successful as possible and get a big, healthy food plot stand so that we can hunt over it this fall and we can have the type of results that we're looking for. So out here on our farm, we found that we needed lime. And lime is super heavy, super difficult to work with if you don't have the right equipment. It'll clog up your broadcaster, and it's just, in general, hard to get spread on the fields if you don't have the right equipment. So first thing we did is we looked at buying a spreader. Well, that is not affordable, and I ain't gonna do that. What we found was you could actually rent one from the same co-op, the ag co-op, that was doing our soil samples for us. So we rented the spreader for lime, got all of our food plots spread, and that brought the acidity levels in our soil down, or it will, over the course of the next year or so, and really just is the base of what we're doing with our food plot nutrition. After we got the lime laid down, it was time to worry about fertilization, right? And so depending on what you're planting in the food plot, that is gonna help determine what you're gonna wanna fertilize, okay? So each of the different food choices that we did clover, and we did grains like rye, wheat, and oats. We did corn, we did beans, we've got brassicas, we've got pretty much all the things that grow really well for food plots up here in Minnesota in different plots. And based on that strategy, or what we were gonna be putting in the plot, we got great recommendations from Monster Buck Food Plot Seeds on what we should be fertilizing these food plots with to make sure that those seeds, the ones we plan to plant in those plots, would do as well as possible. So in order to make sure the seeds would do well, we simply got soil samples, right? We wanted to figure out what we were working with in the dirt. Once we got that, we laid down our lime, renting equipment from the local ag co-op to keep our costs in line. Then we broadcast our fertilizer, spread it, did a good job doing that, and then dragged it in, right? So that we would get that fertilization down into the soil. And now we're ready to plant. And we're ready to plant knowing full well that our soil is ready to accept that seed and it's gonna crush it when we plant, as long as we get a little bit of water to work with. So getting the most out of your seed investment, getting the most out of your food plots, a couple easy steps: soil samples, laying lime if you need it, fertilization will help you get the most out of that investment.